Right, morning everybody. I'm just going to see if the tag thing will come up. Oh, it's Maisie, I know you're here. There you go, that's what I'm waiting for. Let's just tag. Get a load of you in there. Let's just get everyone tagged and see if anyone's available. It prevents me, so I'm just checking. Everybody's here. Super. Hopefully some of you guys will pop on in a minute. Ah, awesome. Some couple of people join me. It's better if you're here, if you can be here. Morning, Julie. Yeah, so if you can be here. I know Julie, you are working still, so it's fab you've made the first day. Let's see if anyone else is going to pop on. Yes, it's cool if I can get you to pop on, because I get an interaction with you guys as well. Morning, Anna. So it's the first day of the challenge. Is everyone ready? So I'm ready with a treat. I wasn't a minute ago. Just checking my dogs are still sat there. Just set the camera up amazingly with a video. And then I put a Facebook Live on and it shows a different blooming shot, doesn't it? So I'm going to have to probably move things slightly when we get started. Let's see if the other guys are going to pop on. Morning, Claire. Brilliant. So how is everyone doing? You're probably going to get a bit of extra training here, because if our postman turns up, I'm going to have to do a bit of training on live. Maisie's not very keen on the postman, not keen on people coming to the front door, so I might end up doing a bit of extra training. If that happens. I realise 10 o'clock's the usual time. Well, at the minute, I'm not sure about you guys, they come kind of when they do, don't they? There used to be like a set time, so while we were off, I was planning on like getting that, something I really wanted to get fixed was reduce the barking of this madam at the front door with the postman, and teach her that when she hears a postman, she jumps on the bed. They keep coming at different times, which makes it much harder for me. Not sure about you guys. So morning, Anna. Morning, Claire. Morning, Julia. So hello. Brilliant. Anna's just popped. Yeah, I did a blog with Anna yesterday, so she's just popped it up. I'll share it in here with you all. Morning, Claire. So let's get started, shall we? How's everyone doing? Are they ready for the new challenge? Have you all had a bit of a break? What was the things I wanted to start with talking about today? Our postman's willy-nilly. Sometimes they turn us, sometimes they don't. God, that's even worse than me. It's even worse than the ones here. So what I'm just doing is giving Maisie a little bit of catch. She knows I've got some tastier treats out with me. So what I want to speak about, a couple of things. I know, is not overtraining your dogs. We're not overtraining you, are we, Missy? So not overtraining your dogs too much, guys. I actually popped it on the blog yesterday, didn't I, Anna? You asked me some questions about. And what I was saying is just be careful you're not constantly interacting with them, get them to do stuff all day. So you're not going from scatter feeding straight into a Kong, straight onto a chew, doing a bit of training for an hour. They're moving, giving them like a half an hour break while you make your lunch, and then gets training with them again. What you're going to do is create almost like a sportsman dog, yeah? What we want at the minute is relaxed, chilled, tired dogs, so we can also get on with a bit of work and get on with our own days, but give them some chill out time. Dogs need sleep. Dogs need a lot more sleep than people actually realise. If you've got young dogs, if you've got puppies, yeah, they need absolutely loads of sleep. But yeah, so don't be overworking your dogs, guys. The games, this stuff that I'm giving you should be quick, short sessions. Get my words out. Quick, short sessions, yeah? I don't train an hour at a time, God no. I have short sessions with my guys. What she's doing now, to explain to what she's doing, I've got food in my hand, and what she's doing down is demand barking, yeah? What she's doing is saying, I want that food and I want it now. Can you sit? I'm just going to do a sneaky one there. She is now just barking, which sets her off. So I've actually kept Eric out here on purpose this week, because what I'm going to be showing you. But yeah, don't be overworking your dogs. Can you settle? Can you settle? Thank you. Dogs bark, yeah? It's how much barking we allow, basically. He's really unsettled at the moment. Look, Eric, I don't think you see him in the background. With everything that's going on, he's quite a worrier. Barking's up a lot more. Everything's a bit quieter, isn't it? If you noticed, you can hear birds a lot more. You hear now and again a car going past. I live near a train station. Hardly any trains going past. Yeah, so everything's a bit quieter. He's noticing smaller noises a lot more. He's hearing people talk. That's setting him off. He's hearing, I know it is. He's hearing car doors slam. That's started to set him off, which wasn't a thing until very, very recently. Where did I go? Yeah, so not overtraining too much. Yes, you did indeed. It was really interesting to read. Things that you don't think about, but you're still giving your dog that attention. Yeah, so just be careful not to be doing stuff with them all the time. you'll just create what I've got a bit here, because I've got the food out, is them waiting to do stuff all the time. After this, so we're doing this bit of training with you. What they're going to do, I've got some videos I need to do settle. And what I've got to do for my puppies, I've got some videos, but then they're going to rest, probably good for a good 4 or 5 hours. I'm not going to get them to do anything, yeah? Because I don't want to think, yeah, they have a 2-hour rest, they do work. They have 2-hour rest, they do work. Because they'll just be, at that 2 hours, your dogs will know, they don't know what time it is, but they will know it's about time for you to start doing training again, yeah? So I say give them a bit of routine, but not a strict routine for me. My dogs go out in the morning at some point in the morning. It is not on the dot 8 o'clock every morning. Otherwise, what I would get from half 7, if I was getting at 8 o'clock, they would start be going, well, it's nearly time for us to go, let's get ready. And they'd start winding themselves up a little bit. So anyone dogs get excited when you start putting like your walking trousers on? Oh, what else is amazing? Well, you put your walking boots on. If you wear particularly walking boots or your wellies, and they get their arousals up and up and up. Yes, your arousal is massive this morning. She also hasn't had any breakfast, by the way, which is why she's barkier. So these little things can trigger them for their arousal to go up. So some routine. I would not say too much of a strict routine for me personally. So this has been difficult for us lately. What is the barking, Claire? Is it the barking that's been difficult for you? If you explain a bit more for me so I can help answer. So, treat-wise as well. So what treats have I got today? She's a bit more demanding because she's not had breakfast on purpose. Yeah, the barking. Yeah, I think it's because it's quieter. I'll just answer that first. I think it's because it's a bit quieter. I can hear now. I can hear some people. We've got factories behind us, so some of the factories are still working. I can hear 1 car, 2 cars going past. There's less buses. Like I said, the trains, there are a lot less as well. But yeah, they hear a car door slam was the other day. They've never really barked a car door slamming. But yesterday it was a thing. At tea time, he starts going mad somehow. See if you started doing any kind of routine roughly at dinner time, and try and mix it up. Try and mix whatever routine you're doing. So if I did a certain routine and they always had their food afterwards, my dogs don't always get their food afterwards. They might get it before. They might not get it in the bowls. They might get it in bowls. They might get it in a Kong wobble for their dinner. I try to be as... I'm not a very strict routine person, I think, which helps a little bit, to be honest. So try and see if you're doing, and Karen, do what you did normally tonight and try and note down if you do stuff in a certain order, because what can be happening is the arousal's going up and up. Oh, she's done this, now she's done this, now she's done this, and I know what's coming next. Seems to be out the blue and really unsettled in the evenings. It's probably with what's going on as well. Everything, thank you. There's someone just sneezing behind us. I'll tell you why it made me laugh in 2 secs. Seemed to be out the blue. Yeah, I presume, I wouldn't be imagined if it's just happened recently because everything's going on. Eric knows I'm unsettled. He knows I'm being a bit strange. There's someone sneezing. Being a bit strange. It's made him unsettled. He is sat here. I'll show you in a minute, so I'm going to do some training with him. He's with me now. He doesn't follow me around. Normal life, I work at home quite a lot, so this isn't completely unnormal for me. I do work at home quite a bit. Maisie's just having bits of her breakfast, by the way. She had a ball on her walk this morning, so didn't get any breakfast when we were out. He doesn't usually follow me around the house. He would go. He's happy to go for like a morning walk at some point. He's unhappy to sit in bed all day. Yeah, all day. That's it. That's him done. He will go out for a lunchtime walk-ish if he comes out on the adventures with me. But he's quite happy to not bother. I can come home from him and he will look at me and go, yeah, I'm not coming out today. And it's like, well, if you don't want to, you don't want to. And then at 6 o'clock, he's ready to wake up and he'd like to have play around 6 o'clock. He also knows when it's 6 o'clock. Nothing happens in his house at 6 o'clock, by the way. It's usually between 5 and 6 o'clock. It's usually pretty close to 6 o'clock. He says, yeah, actually, it's time for us to do some playtime. So we say dogs don't know the time. He roughly knows when 6 o'clock each day is. Thank you, mister. Some dogs barking in the distance. I've just paired, all I've done there is paired it with food. That's happening over there. Those dogs are talking to each other. Good stuff is happening here. All you have to do, I'll show you where he is. He's hanging out. Like I said, he likes his bed. Can you see him? He is just literally hanging out in his bed. I'm just rewarding. Actually, all you do is to stay where you are. Okay, let's get going with the training. Does all that make sense? Is that helpful? Give me some thumbs up and hearts if that was helpful, that little bit of a talk through. If you want to get me to dial deeper into any of this stuff, I'm more than happy to. But yeah, like I said, Eric's off. He's following me everywhere, which he doesn't usually do. He just stays in bed. Like I said, all blooming day. He's not really a dog trainer's dog, is he? She's the laziest dog. She's a dog trainer's dog because she wants to, you can see with the background now. She's a dog trainer's dog. She wants to work. He will sit on that bed and watch her work for hours. Cool. So, day one, what we are going to be doing is hand touch. Has anyone got hand touch already? I'd love to know. If you have a hand touch, morning Louise, you've just joined us. So I'm just doing a little bit of a talk. We've actually only just about to start the training, but do have a listen back. I was just talking about routine, a little bit about barking and stuff as well. So I've got a hand touch. What I'm going to do is presume you guys no one's got a hand touch, so I can teach you from the start. And what I'm going to do is actually teach with Eric, because his isn't as good as Maisie's. You've got a very brief one. Okay, so what I am going to be doing. So today we're going to start with hand touch. To get them targeted in your hand. She has a bit of a hand touch. Okay, brilliant. So I'll do a slight move on for you then, Judy. So what we're going to do is the hand touch today first. And then what I'm going to get you to do, we'll add distance a little bit in today. For some people have got it. And then within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to show you how you start getting that duration as well. Maisie has... I think your duration's great at the minute. We got it to a really good point. But hers is pretty good, but Eric's isn't as good, so he's a good one for me to demo with. So we're going to swap you two guys over. Let me pull the camera down a bit so you can see. Oh my goodness, it's not going to... There you go. Is that going to be about the right height for us to see? Right, Maisie, you need to pop on the bed, pop it. Eric, break. On the bed. Settle. And this goes with my training as well, so it's something actually I need to work on, is them staying on beds. They had it really good a while ago. Recently, we'd like to both be training, wouldn't we? Come round here, Papa, so people can see. Maisie, back up. I think we got it, didn't you? Right, so hand touch. So it is really good to give your dogs like a target to go to. So I'd always do, settle, always do your hand like this. So it's to the side, so it's the side of their face like this. The reason that is, if you do this, it's a little bit intimidating to your dog. He doesn't mind because it's me. That's quite intimidating, putting your hand towards your dog like that. What this can do is you can get your dog to take you to target something. Do not be demand barking, madam. Teach your dog to target something, but can also get them to like move, to follow your hand, okay? So she's going to need quite a lot of treats to keep her on there for this. You'll see me feeding her as I'm working him. She's going to be getting the kibble though, he's going to be getting the higher value stuff. Can you settle? So you see how Maisie is there? She isn't actually settled. So what I'm going to do is just see if I can get her to drop all of her hips. See how she's dropped her hip? A bit more settled when she's like that. So, hand on the side, not like this. You can get your dog to follow up a target, so you can get them. So this is giving you like a hands-off way to get your dog to move and to follow you. It can be used for her. It's one of her recall words. Him, he's got a different recall word called middle, which I taught you guys the other week, didn't I? So they have slightly different recall words for a reason. So just so I can pull definitely one of those back when I want them. You can also use it for targeting, to use like lead work to get them walking by your side, because you can get them to target your hand next to you. Okay? So get you to settle. All right, Eric, you can do some work. Go on then. So what you are going to do? You are going to. Can you settle? Because I went to the floor. Good girl. Ready, Eric? So what you're going to do, excuse me, is present your hand out to him. Yes, and if you need to do any kind of interaction, so he's not quite touching me there, he nearly touched me, a bit of his beard touched me, bless him. Any kind of interaction or looking towards your hand, you're going to use your marker words that we learnt the past couple of weeks. Does everyone remember what a marker word is? If you give me thumbs up, I can't quite read the screen, so I'm a little bit far away. If you give me thumbs up, you remember what your marker words are. So the marker word is the behaviour you want. So imagine taking that photograph, but that's exactly what I want. So every time he looks towards my hand, yes, he's getting rewards. He's not quite touching it yet. I'm hoping you can see that. But what you're going to do is build on that. So the next time, yes, a little bit closer. See how he like grazed my hand? Yes, he touched it really gently. So he is really gentle with this game. Super, super gentle. These fish things are a bit horrible, aren't they? So he's missing it. So if your dog misses it, we'll see what I did then. I took my hand away. And I'm going to represent it to him to show me again what I want. Yes, that was a much better one. Can you see how close I'm going? Excuse me, you're turning a minute. See how close I'm going to his mouth? I'm not starting over here. Let me see on the camera. I'm not starting really far. Excuse me, can you settle? So she is after these tasty fish treats, aren't you? You're like, I would love a go. Can you see? Because I come back to you guys. No. Can you see Maisie? Go in, settle. Going really close. I'm not starting really far away. So nice and easy. Yes. So for him, I don't mind where he's touching it. I'm just going to give Maisie a few treats. Yes. Good boy. So you missed. I took my hand away. I'm going to represent it. Yes. Good boy. You clever boy. So what you can also do, which is a really good trick, if your dogs are struggling, get your hand, settle. Put a treat between your fingers. Yes. And what they'll do is investigate it. But did you see what I did? I did that a bit quick, didn't I? Treat between the fingers. Turn your hand over so it's like that, so it's slightly showing. Present it to your dog. You settle, Missy Maisie. Yes. And then turn your hand over and feed them from the other side. You don't want to be feeding from that side because what will happen... You calm down, madam. You're a bit excited. A bit excited. What will happen is they'll start licking at your hand. We don't want any licking. So no rewarding of any licking. We're going to give Maisie a go because she's been very barky. You're going to give Maisie a go, Eric. Eric, Maisie, break. Break. So does that make sense? So yeah, so no, we don't want any licking, so no rewarding of any licking, no rewarding. I wouldn't be rewarding anything like barking. She has a bit of a, yeah, excuse me, where have you come up for? Excuse me, thank you. Good boy. No rewarding of licking, no rewarding of barking, no rewarding of anything you don't want. Okay? I'd love to know how you've taught one to stay on the bed and the other one to work. As you can see, it's not perfect at the minute. I could do that if people, right, let me know. I could add this in to the 2 weeks if you want me to. I could teach you how to teach boundary games. For people with 2 dogs, really handy. But also gives, so there's noises going on, so I'm just pairing with food. Nice. Pairing with food, nice. So what I'm doing there, I'm not rewarding the barking, I'm just pairing to build his confidence. When that happens, he gets food. He will get full up, by the way, in a minute. He'll stop eating. I'd love to know how you get to. So if you want to learn about boundary games, I could add that in. I could add it in if you fancy boundary games. Love the way Eric... Excuse me. That was just me interrupting him a little bit. He does love to bark. But the way Eric's watching you and looking towards the camera every now and again. I know, I think he can see you on the camera. I've been doing those Zoom calls and stuff with my friends and he can sure see everyone. Yeah, he'd love to see boundary games. So it doesn't matter if they don't touch the hand at first, just be touching, yeah. So if your dogs aren't actually going towards and touching straight away, anything just like a little bit of looking or interacting with it, and then build on it. So if they look at, bring Maisie back in a minute, looking at reward. So what I was doing, I'm going to break it back further for Maisie. I'm going to have to capture before she touches because she knows it well. So I'm going to show you with Maisie now. So go. You just sit there, mister. Maisie, come here so they can see. Just going to pop. They don't have to be in a sit, guys. They're in a sit just for demo situation. So if she, yes, like she looks towards it, yes. But what I'm going to do, you're not having all of that. You are a greedy monkey today. Give Eric a bit. What you were going to do, yes, is build. So she, first of all, she looked, yes. And then we'd ask for like a little bit closer. Touch. So there's just still moving a bit. So I'm just chin. Chin. It just relaxes Maisie a chin target. So I'm having to mix something in. Calm down. Good girl. Excuse me. Good girl. Good girl. I know the treat's in my hand. That's what you were trying to get to. So we'd roared like a little bit of looking. And then you'd add like a little bit further. And then you'd be like, yes, that's what I want. Okay? So building up those little stages. Because sometimes it's too hard to expect them to touch it straight away. You do want to be really, yes, really nice and close. Make it, yes, really, really close. Nice and, yes, nice and easy. As soon as they touch your hand, mark with a yes and reward of the treat. Once they're getting it really good, close, you can start, yes. Moving your hand, I did drop a little piece then. You ready? That's it. A little bit like side, yes, side to side. Can she do it from, yes. Can she follow it a little bit up? Yes. So don't reward anything like that, like a paw. Yes. See, I just took my hand away and offered it again. Okay, that's all I want you to do to begin with, is get them bumping their nose onto your hand. Yes, so that's a little bit of duration she did there. Once I can do that, little bit side to side, up to down. Go on, you can have a treat in a minute, so I'm going to pop you over there. Now when you get a little bit good at that, just give them a little bit of a break. You got it, sweets. Add a little, that was rubbish. You are not having that because you've got a better one than that. So all I've done is reset her. I'm chucking a treat out for her. And then what you can do, big ones for you. That is terrible. Yes, that's much better. Add a tiny little bit of distance to stop growing you a little bit of distance. So one of the rules is as well, I'll kneel down with her. One of the rules is as well, is what I want you to do, excuse me, you're being very pushy today. You don't put a word on it. Eric has joined us. He's like, I want some of that fish. You're very naughty. Back on your bed. Come on. Bed. Eric. You can both go on there if you want to. Rules is don't put a word on it until you can bet me. He's being cheeky now, so now look at me, I need to fix these games. I need to fix this game. Rule is don't put a word on it so you can bet me 50 quid, you know, your dog knows what they're doing. Yeah? You don't want to be putting the word on it before they know what they're doing. You're going to just do a little bit of scatter feeding for your breakfast, guys, for a minute. Because if you put the word on the wrong place, you could put the word on it when the nose is like here, and then it's teaching wrong behaviour. You want to make sure you put the behaviour when the nose is properly touching it. So all you'll do is replace, when you can bet me 50 quid know what they're doing, replace your yes with, I use touch. For me, I use touch for this side, and I use push for the other. With everything, there's always two names you can give stuff. It's like if they're going left or right in a twist. Yeah? If they go, I have that spin and twist. For this, I have touch and push. For the reason we used to do a little bit of Fieldworks music. Is that making sense to everybody? Look at Eric's. I know it's so funny the way you just watch the camera. You love some boundary games that they're not doing right now. But Eric said, I'd love some of that fish. So it doesn't matter if they touch hand at first, just need to be touching somehow. Yeah, so even if they, like I said, even if they just look at it to begin with, I'd reward that. If they get to the point where they're really struggling, do the bit with the treat between the finger. I always prefer people to try that way first before they put the treat in the finger. So treat in the finger like this, have your hand on the side. When they investigate, can you come here, Maisie? Investigate, turn your hand around and reward from the other side. But don't ever reward from this side. So you're going to have it go in a bit. Yeah, so that's hand touch. Like I said, I'm going to stand up. Move the camera so I don't have to kneel. So that's hand touch. Yeah, really, really useful. Like I said, recall is one of Maisie's recalls. Let me see if I get her to do it. Touch. Just a sniff on the way, but you got there. So it's like one of her recalls. I think you can just see that. It's one of her recall ones I use. She can also do a duration, which I'll give you in a few weeks, but I want you to get this bit first. We never teach all the things at once. You have to get the touch first, get them doing it consistently, get it on cue word, and then what we'll do is then do a little bit of distance, and then I can maybe probably give you about a week or so to work on that, and then we'll look at adding duration. Okay, hubby is left-handed, I'm right. No, both just have a go. So Maisie will do it. I don't think it's not one of Eric's favourite ones to do. You see, Maisie actually really likes it. She will now do it. Touch. Yes. Oh my God, you got a big treat then. She will do it both hands. It's a bit easier for your dogs if you teach it one hand. So if you're teaching with left and then he's teaching with right, and then you can both swap. So I'd always teach dogs both, because what happens if you were carrying a bag and you need your dogs to come into touch? But you always do touch this hand when your bag's in. They'd be swapping hands, wouldn't you? Thank you. So just pairing some banging that's going on over there. So yeah, I would always teach dogs both hands. Yeah, but so just teach. He teaches with his left, you start with the right, and then you can both do but the other hands. Does that sound good? But hopefully that will make sense, guys. Give me some thumbs up so it makes sense. You can go away and have it go with hand touch today. So going back to what I said at the beginning, I don't want you to go away and have the whole breakfast out and then you're going to be like, right, we're going to just teach hand touch until all of their breakfast is gone. 30, 40 pieces at a time. it's a really good way of stopping you overtraining, stopping you getting bored, stopping your dog getting bored, and stopping you asking for that one more. I'm terrible for asking for that one more. I do myself as well. I'll be like, I know how much food I've got in there, I'm using that, then I'm stopping. It's really good for you to get you guys say, just don't overtrain, yeah? So count like 30 pieces out, have a go of it, go away from it and come back to it. It's also good for the dog, we're not training God, are we? We're also good for your dogs to have that break, okay? Oh, I didn't get a notification, Tam. So, oh, that's a good thing we need to talk about, actually. So that's what hand touch is. Tam, you'll have to watch it back. We've literally just got to the end, bless you. It's all about hand touch, starting a hand touch and adding a little bit of distance and popping a word on it. But I've also talked a little bit about other stuff at the beginning as well, because I've got both my dogs out with me here today. But yeah, guys, what I will do, if you want to go in the group, go on the notifications. I think it's is it the 3 little bars you go into notifications bit? It usually sets it up as being highlights, doesn't it? I think it automatically sets it to everyone's setting as highlights. So what I would suggest you guys do is go in there and ask to be notified every time I come on live, because that means you'll be notified every time I come on for these. I'm going to be doing them at 10 o'clock every day. I'm going to be as close to 10 o'clock as possible. I was spot on time today, but I will tag everyone. As long as Facebook doesn't mess around and not let me tag people, I will tag you all every time I come on as well. So cool, you're going to catch up, Tam, that's super. So let me know. So have a go of training today, get those videos up for me to have a look at so I can help you. It's one that a dog sometimes gets really quickly, or other ones struggle quite a bit with it. There's always different ways around stuff that I can help you with, but that's where the videos come in, yeah? So have a go today, and I shall look forward to seeing your videos, and enjoy some sun. The sun's gone really nice again today. The sun's come back out after yesterday's wind and being really cold, hasn't it? So have a good day, guys. See you later.